looking at the money multiplier, where we said it's equal to 1 by C plus theta times 1 minus C, where C is the fraction of total money demand held as currency, and theta is the reserve deposit ratio. It's a fraction of deposits bank hold as reserves. We want to look at a special case of this money multiplier, where we're saying, let's consider a case where banks hold no excess reserves. They only keep the minimum amount of reserves as required by the central bank. So theta is equal to the required reserve ratio in this case, which is set by the central bank. And we're saying that households are holding no currency. Sorry, households hold no currency. So C, which is the fraction of total money demand held as currency, is just equal to 0 in that case. So in that case, the money multiplier simply simplifies to 1 by required reserve ratio. So in general, the money multiplier is 1 by C plus theta 1 minus C. Only the special case in which banks hold no excess reserves, so theta is equal to required reserve ratio, and households hold no currency, so C is equal to 0. The money multiplier will simply simplify to 1 by required reserve ratio. So this is the money multiplier only under a special case, and in which two assumptions hold. Banks hold no excess reserves and households hold no currency. And this is the largest value the money multiplier can take, as there is no currency leakage and no excess reserves. So in this case, when banks receive a deposit, they only keep the minimum amount of reserves required as set by the central bank based on the required reserve ratio, and they will loan out everything else. They won't keep any excess reserves. And that entire loan will be redeposited into the banking system. There will be no currency drain. The public won't hold any amount of it as currency. So that's why this is the maximum value the money multiplier can take, because banks are making the maximum amount of loans they can. They're not keeping anything as excess reserves. They're only keeping the minimum amount of reserves required. So they're loaning out as much as they can and not holding any excess reserves. And there's no currency drain. The entire amount that they're loaning out gets redeposited into the banking system. Nothing is leaked out in the form of currency held by the public. So this allows for a maximum money creation.